Hi, it's James here from Totally Wild UK, and today we're going to be looking at mushroom spore flowcharts. It sounds a bit weird, but this is the thing that people do when you go out with foragers and they pick up a mushroom and they turn it around in their hands, rip it in half, give it a smell, stuff like that. These are the things that they're doing, whether they're doing it consciously or unconsciously. What we're going to look at is the cogs of how they identify, and we've called it a mushroom spore flowchart. So we're going to use our spore flowchart to find how we get down to the Agaricus mushrooms, the field mushrooms, similar to store-bought mushrooms. And we're going to use our flowchart, which will break down the cogs of identification. So we start off by looking at the general features. So we're going to say it's a mushroom with a cap and a stem and something that looks like gills on the underside. So we turn it upside down. First question is, does it have true gills or gill-like ridges? Gill-like ridges are like the folds of a raisin, and true gills look like the pages of a piece of paper. They can be any colour. So for this one, we're going to say, no, it doesn't have gill-like ridges. It has true gills, and then it's asking us here to do a spore print. So to do that, we set the mushroom down on two pieces of paper. This is actually an Agaricus mushroom, so a nice visual of it. On a piece of paper, we put it on black and white so that we can see the colour. If it's white, it'll show up on the black paper, and it's a dark coloured spore print, it'll show on the white paper. And as you can see here, it's kind of like a dark purple to dark brown colour spore print that's left from the agaric mushroom. So it's saying here, head to page 25 for black, dark brown, purple spore prints. So let's scoot on over. 25, cap, stem and gills, black, dark brown or purple spore print. Then we always start with the blue question. That's our first question. So is the cap shaggy looking, tall and white, often looking like a lawyer's wig? So for the agarics, we're going to say no to that. Next question, are the gills very decurrent? So decurrent gills run from the edge of the stem down up to the edge of the cap. So from the edge of the cap down the stem, that's a decurrent gill. You can see in that little image there. So for the agarics, we're going to say no. And the next question, is the cap like a concertina and liquefying to black mush with age? So again, that's going to be a no, but a concertina is like a folded dress or folded curtain. And you'll see from the agarics, they don't have that. So we're going to say no. Next question, are the gills free? So the gills go from the edge of the cap and don't actually connect to the stem. They connect back to the cap. That's a free gill. And does it have a ring on the stem? So a ring on the stem of the mushroom, you can see in this picture here, is a ring that would have, well, a veil that would have covered the gills at one point, and then when the gills are ready to produce spores, the veil falls away and sits as a ring on the stem of the mushroom. So for these ones, we're going to say yes, and we get down to the Agaricus mushrooms. The field mushrooms, fantastic edibles. We have a red here. Be wary of the yellow stainer that can cause major stomach upset. And then we've got more details on each on these pages. But this one's a little bit longer, maybe 7 steps or 8 steps. But again, we've got down to a fantastic family of gourmet edible mushrooms.